The scene is set in the middle of the evening of Useram's busy nightlife. Down in the bustling, low-end club district of downtown, where variety of mostly younger crowds are embellishing in the time-honored traditions of booze, music, dancing, and of course public destruction of property. Not so much of the latter at this particular location, but Jacob Crowley and his co-conspirator, Calliope Tavaleris, have arrived at one such location, seeking entertainment and nourishment. It's here that we focus in on the two as they sweep the crowd with their eyes, glancing briefly from one to the other, back again, before they decide upon their first targets.
Calliope looks over the set of crowd of the gentlemen in a fairly sort of posh, but you can tell it's like a form-fitting, like, you know, kind of strappy tube dress from Forever 21 or somewhere. It's totally not like BCGB Maxima or anything, like totally posh. So she's blending into the rest of the clientele here that are in their posh, cheap clothes, and looks over across the set of the crowds and looks over to one of these gentlemen that looks like he's probably a Boston University frat boy. Gorgeous blonde hair, blue eyes, a little bit sweaty, like has been to the gym, works out. She just looks over at Jake and says, I don't know. I still have this problem with women. Like, just look at him. Look how good he looks.
Everyone has their own tastes, dear. If that is your preference, no, it's like anything else. Go after it and have what fun you can with it.
Well, since it might be the last night to live, she'll clink their glasses together that are just in their hands for proxies to look like they're blending in. If it's the last night to live, we might as well enjoy the good ones.
Well, if you're going to bring it up like that, we might as well enjoy a good one or two, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I'll enjoy all of him. And she just sits there and stares, and you can tell that she's looking with like heightened senses at like the bulge on his jeans.
Jacob notices. He just chuckles, shaking his head a bit. It's not as if he can really claim any higher ground. He's done the same and worse with both kind and kindred in the past. Not that he tells many others about that sort of thing in public conversation, but those who have been around have heard a thing or two. Jacob, for his part, well, like his partner, he's dressed up, or in this case dressed down from his norm, taking on a casual air, just a black dress shirt, the sort you would expect to have been picked up at anywhere from a Kohl's to just a bit over the side.
Macy's.
Custom store. Oh, Macy's. Pshaw. Yeah, so why don't we go with Macy's? They're expensive enough. We'll say somewhere between Kohl's and Macy's. It's not his usual designer outfit by any means, and he wears slacks that fit over him well, dress shoes, the only part that comes directly from his usual line, immaculate. There's hardly a single scratch on them. You'd think he buffed them every day. That or he simply buys a new pair whenever he sees them in less than perfect condition. Jacob, though, his eyes have locked on what has become his usual prey. There are a pair of brunettes far in the corner. They're spending more time really avoiding the crowd than actually getting into the swing of it, but you can see even from here, he's looking to their drink glasses and noticing they are actually in the process of being refilled, and there's that sway to the two that very clearly indicates they're tipsy, at the very least. I think I found exactly which way I'm going. Shall we split and then meet up in the back?
She'll go to put out an arm and say, "Let's go," and with like the beer in the other hand, like ready to walk down the stairs as they go to like scope out the rest of the playing field going down the club. It's almost like that sense of superiority you get when you're like just drunk enough to feel like you're on top of the world. It's that pre-feeding feeling of, this is my playing field and I am the master.
Jacob takes her arm in his, and they somewhat stroll, somewhat strut their way down the stairs. By the time they've reached the lower level, Jacob has actually consumed a good bit of his drink, and let's see just how well things work. They're going to go over to the Calliopes first, actually. Jacob is going to part off a bit, just hang back a little, enough that she can approach on her own and without the intimidating beauty of another male to interfere with her dazzling presence.
She will, as many nights before, play the dumb grad student, which works so well for her being right in that age, and looks over at the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Adonis and holds her drink up in front of her and just looks at him and smiles from a little bit of across the way, just trying to draw his attention while she's, moving a little bit with the rest of the music, just obviously looking like she's feigning interest, assuming that eventually he'll come over like they always do.
Joey is looking down at his cell phone when a friend nudges him. Hey bro, thinks she's checking you out. He looks up and her? Me? No, you can't be serious.
She'll look over at him, and as she can hear all of this, even with her, off-spec sentences and things like that. And she looks over her, me, and she'll kind of like take her hand, and just like, do the dumb giggle again.
Oh, I got this, bro. Look at her. I got this. As he gets up from where he's sitting and kind of smoothly but jockily steps on over. Hey yo. That's all he says. Hey yo.
Look at him. And thinking in her head, saying, "Oh Jesus, I like the dumb cocks, but you know what? They don't need to say anything to perform well." And she'll look over at him, just go, "Hey," trying to make sure she seems less intelligent than him, to inflate his ego.
What you doing?
And I'm going to be using awe while I'm doing this too.
Aw.
Why
It works. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'm going to roll that shit anyway. Charisma and performance. Okay, here we go.
These are jocks, so probably like wolf.
The two tens cancel out, but I still get 3 successes, so that's...
You're good.
Yeah, we're good.
3 people around him. You got 3 people looking at you.
6 or something, or?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
With 3 successes, you've almost attracted half the people wandering around you at the bar.
Yeah, pretty much. So which means he's gonna look even cooler.
His bud kind of, he looks back at him and he nudges like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, back, and looks back at you. So, what you trying to do tonight?
She looks at him and like twirls the beer around, runs her tongue along the edge of the glass, like as if she were running her tongue along the edge of a rock hard cock, and says, "You." 3 successes is 6 people, so like the people
Oh shit!
with a low power are
So
probably
pretty
like,
much like in Friday, like a subtext of "damn" goes along the bottom of the
yeah, his
screen,
buddy's like, "Damn you!"
and he looks back, kind of bewildered as he's never had someone so blatantly just say that. He usually has to use lame pickup lines, being the person he is. You serious? He kind of looks around. You down, DTF?
She walks closer over to him, like chassés his shoulder a little bit so that cleavage just rises and falls and like fakes a little bit of like a breathing to move towards him. Takes one hand and runs it down the side of his cheek and like takes another leg, and as the leg moves closer to his, pants, the thigh-high skirt just edges up ever so slightly to just accentuate the roundness of her backside, and says, "Not here, though."
Oh, fucking anywhere. I love New Salem! As he holds his drink up in the air. As his homeboys from Boston cheer him on. Not expecting to get as lucky as he did tonight with appearance 5 young ladies strapped to him. Let's go, let's go! He's rearing up as he grabs you from the hip. Where are we going? He's rearing to get it on.
She looks at him and looks over and says, "Just you, or does your buddy want to come too?" And she'll raise an eyebrow to try to see how amicable he is to his buddy getting in on this, just so she doesn't have to make the effort of flirting again.
He looks at his buddy as he's listening in, obviously, and he's shaking his head, please, man, and he looks back at him and nah, he ain't interested. Nah, he's gay, and he tries to close off that conversation immediately.
He's leaving it to his bro. So she'll move over and look around the club for some more either discreet area, or even if it's not a discreet area, she'll just look over towards the ladies' room. And,
he's ready.
and watch various people as they move in and out and kind of monitor them a little bit and look over at him and kind of like, yeah, and as the last one walks out that she thinks is the last person in the bathroom, she'll just grab his hand and pull him back into the bathroom, the seedy-looking place with, like, the ashtray on the counter, remnants from when smoking was still, okay inside the club, and the black doors with the handles that don't latch too well. Nobody else is in there right now, but she'll lead him in and then spin him around a little bit as he's looking at there, like open one of the doors and just kind of like look and like push him in a little bit and then just close it behind them.
Oh shit, man, you're beautiful, yo. As he tries to see if he can like come up with, making sure that this isn't fake. As he's obviously not literally entranced, but entranced in his own way.
She'll look over and sit there and stare at him with that and just run the rest of her hands along his body there and go for the belt buckle of his pants at this point and kind of giggle to herself. And,
yeah, he has a chub. He's halfway there.
He's halfway there. Yeah, no, but what she's essentially going to do, so that I'm not completely, X-rated, although Vampire is totally an X-rated game, she'll go down over here and just meander with what's in the vicinity, but she's actually going to latch on to the artery in his thigh and make him generally think that this is the best BJ he's ever had in existence. But really just be draining him of blood.
As an admin, I'd give that a PG-13.
I could describe it more, but I'm not going to.
Good job. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. I think obviously your survival instead of survival would be charisma and I don't know something else,
The charisma
expression
and
or something.
yeah, or maybe empathy or performance.
Yeah, performance. Actually, that was fucking stellar. Go ahead.
Probably the best one. Oh yeah.
You put on a show.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and working the crowd is like is one of my performance merits.
Even though you weren't working the crowd, I'd still give it to you if you want, because you
I'm
definitely
working
worked his buddies. You worked his buddies.
So yeah, 4 or 5 successes on that one. However you want to roll it.
You got it. So 5 successes. You definitely get as much blood as you want. Although obviously letting you know ahead of time that more than 2 would fuck him. So literally a hospital visit.
Yeah, she's just gonna go with the standard 2 at this point because she's not. That'll make up for the blood she spent to carry the Primogen's body into the goddamn hospital. So
Now, out of character, if you do want to get more, all you have to do is stabilize him using medicine. If you want to go for more, if you want to take that chance. Basically, like give him I think it's I don't know what you would do for a thigh bite, but
medicine and intelligence or something, which she's
Yes.
not very good at. So she's just gonna go with this, which what she knows.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, he's feeling amazing. He's feeling obviously this isn't an embrace or anything, but he's still feeling like on top of the world. He can't believe this is happening, and oh, I'm so glad you came along. I thought I was gay, and oh man, my bros, I don't know. Oh, this is great. As he continues that, and that's
She'll
his
look over and she'll finish with that and just kind of pull things, like not even bother to pull things back up because she's done with what she came for, which was not what he presented to her. And she'll just, take herself, and as she finishes down here, she'll just, peel back up and just say, maybe you should stick with the guys. I hear they like that. And just like kiss him gently on the nose and walk herself out, just readjusting the bottom of her dress to make sure that nothing's higher than it should be to, walk back out into the crowd. Just leaving him like in the women's bathroom stall, kind of like, with his pants down.
He's kind of bewildered and stays there.
And we'll cut to Jacob for now.
Jacob will have taken on the persona of the money and attraction to introduce himself to the ladies. He will have been watching, noticing the same person bringing their drinks to them time and again, and will part his way in between to pick up the tab and buy them an extra round of drinks. When the drinks are served, he'll have taken up a position to make himself conspicuously noticeable for when he is pointed out. And just for fun, I'm going to roll the charisma on his little stand over there. Let's see. I think charisma performance, because he's just standing there. And that's 5 dice. Will the dice gods be gentle today? just barely gentle enough, he manages to make himself presented and will wait a moment before he goes over to actually approach them.
Oh my god, is this place is so totally like fucking crazy. Did you see that? That girl just took him out to like the bathroom. Oh my god. Where's my thing too? He said there was twins, Ben. Come on.
Ben's the second twin!
Ben, female voice, uppity, go.
Yeah. Loser.
It's totally gonna hit that, obviously. Oh my god.
You think? Jesus.
What a whore. Not like you though, slut.
Jacob is going to come over
Oh my god, a
as
cat!
he picks up this bit of conversation. And just kind of saunter on over. He's already had the drinks delivered. The waitress, when she drops them in front of them, tells them that the gentleman over there bought them another round. So now they each have 2 drinks as opposed to just 1. And once he's over by their table, he doesn't even say anything at first. He just stands there and looks them over.
Oh my god, did that guy just buy us drinks? Look at him. Oh, he's walking this way. Oh my god, oh my gosh.
Shut up. Don't be cool.
Be cool. Okay, be cool. Okay, I'll be cool. Okay. And as he stands there, once he actually gets there, these 2 girls, starry-eyed. Hi there. He looks at thing 2. She looks at thing 2.
Shy ones.
Yeah. The shy one. I love it. Why are you just standing there? Come sit with us.
What are you doing? No,
Well, if you're going
shut
to
up.
invite, Jacob will act as if he'd had no intention of ever sitting down at all, but once they mention it, he slides right down to the seat. He doesn't put himself between the 2 of them, but he sits off to the side of one in particular. Thing 1, as a matter of fact. He sits next to that one, but looks across to thing 2. And after pausing, giving them that moment of being eyed over, they get that sense. For record, he did spend the blood to give the appearance of humanity for this.
Oh, okay.
So he
So he's-
is a human being for all intents and purposes, but still of low humanity, they will still feel that predatory nature come out when he gazes at them a bit too strongly.
He's fierce. Why are you narrating yourself? No, I'm kidding. I'll just say she doesn't say that. He's fierce.
Well, at first I was thinking I'd have to head home for the night. There didn't seem to be anything worth looking at here. And then I saw you 2, and it doesn't look like you have any company.
Oh god, no, we haven't had company and how long has it been?
I don't know, like hour, 2. The girls left a while ago. Not like we need them anyways. Child.
Not them, silly. Penises.
Oh, you're such a slut.
I know. As she looks up and down this man meat.
Oh, so you girls are here for the easy night. You're looking for a quick pickup to take home, wander on out, get the big O 2 or 3 times before you pass out for the night.
If you're offering.
I don't offer. I deliver.
Oh my god, did you hear him? Oh my god.
Shut up, shut up. So,
It's like
what
a
do you
fucking
do?
soap opera. Yeah, totally.
Are you like a
Oh.
businessman or something?
Oh, you could say that. I own a business somewhere or another.
Oh my god, he owns a business.
He's successful, not like Johnny. Fuck
Oh
Johnny.
yeah. Not that idiot. God.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, ladies. I don't want to bore you, so I'll make this simple. And he's just going to stand up. He's going to stand up, put his hand on the bar, lean over, pick up one of the drinks that was just brought to them, and sip it. I can get you all into the VIP room. If you want in, let's go.
VIP. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude. God.
We're so lucky.
We're so lucky.
So lucky. We're so lucky.
These two girls are just like completely flush now. Practically fawning over Jacob.
Jacob is inwardly rolling his eyes just a little bit. Usually he doesn't play quite such an obtuse game, but considering he's in the vicinity of such young blood, well, when in Rome, after all. Now that he has his two acquired, he's going to make his way over, leading them on a beeline straight towards that room, just a few steps slower so that make sure that they are indeed following easily. And he is looking to see if he's about to pass by Calliope as he reaches back and puts his arms around either lady's waist, stepping up to the bouncer.
As he's walking both of them out, she'll finish strutting out of the bathroom just ever so slightly, adjusting her like red ruche skirt, and just look over at him and smile and go,
Oh my god, did you see that? What a slut. Oh my god.
What a slut. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
By the way, what are you? Are you like Italian or you're dark?
You look Italian.
Look Italian.
Are you Greek?
Are
Greeks
you,
are
oh,
rich,
you
right?
Greek? Yeah. I love gyros.
So good.
We're going to play guessing games now, are we? Well, why don't you tell me what you two are, and then maybe I'll tell you what I am. And while they're having this little chat, Jacob is going up to the bouncer. I'm gonna roll that. I'm gonna roll that manipulation real quick to see how easily he can get through this door. Manipulation subterfuge. And, whew, okay. Jacob very calmly and very convincingly tells the bouncer that he's on the VIP list and that if he wants to look it up for him, he'll wait, passing his name over to him. But the bouncer just
goes,
kind of waves
No,
him
no,
off.
it's alright. It's alright. Come on in.
And he
Oh my
throws
God,
one of those little smug smiles to the girls as they pass through the door, hearing it lock behind them.
The girls look at each other and then just giggle.
Calliope will give him enough lead time to like get a little bit in advance, be like, oh fuck, this may or may not go wrong. Nah, he's probably got, I'm curious. I'm just curious. And she'll give him enough time to lead and then go over to the bouncer and start chatting him up and use awe on him first before she does manipulation subterfuge. And I actually just don't roll anything good on that awe. So she's just talking and he's like, oh, okay, she just looks really pretty. That's about it.
Yeah.
Look at him and say, So my editor, Mr. Blah, 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 who went in front of her, just went into there too. She says, and I do believe since we're both working on the same project, I should also be on that list for you right there. And she'll go ahead and like move over and just lean in a little bit closer to him, like almost, and just lets out a little breath on his cheek as she's using subterfuge and manipulation to try to point him in the right direction on that one. 1, 2, 5 don't count. So
You managed to do just fine as he you hit that right spot in the ear, and he's you definitely should be with him as he lifts the thing open. By the way, I saw what you did to that guy. As he kind of just closes it back up as she walks.
she looks over at him and says, and leans into his ear and goes, "Where that came from?"
Damn! As she goes walking in.
Yep. The booty do. Okay.
Damn!
Saying we've given Calliope's given him enough lead to get his way going. Jacob would have led the two girls over to the table, and he's already got them pretty well going. They're pretty easy young ladies. He is just going to lean into the one closest to him. Coincidentally, this time it's Thing 2. And he'll answer her question. He'll just whisper it in her ear. He says, if you must know, I'm from Egypt. And as he's telling her this, he has his arm around her waist, one hand at the small of her back, and it's already just creeping up along her spine, playing over her to meddle with her.
Oh my god, play with me.
Shut up. Tell me more as she leans in closer. Have you seen the pyramids?
Oh, I've seen the pyramids, I've seen the Sphinx, and as he turns and looks over to Thing 1, see, we're going standard willpower for the girls, so what, 5?
Oh, 5 for... No, probably like 3 for willpower
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, 3.
The bouncer had 5.
3.
That's
Alright, well, against those 3, I have 2 successes for Dominate Level 1 Command. He tells her, stay, as he meets Thing 1's eyes and focuses on her.
Stays put.
Let's see. While he has done that, he turns his attention on to the other girl, and he's brushing his teeth along her neck. He hasn't bitten yet, but he's getting closer to doing it. There's that teasing moment, that pause, the brush, and just when he feels her relaxing, calming into it, he lashes out with his teeth, sinks both of them down into her throat, and as he begins to drink from her, she will feel nothing but the most horrid, wretched agony spilling from her neck, pouring down into her heart, and then screeching through every nerve ending in her entire body. Never in her life has she felt this. Burning alive would be more merciful than what just happened to her.
So filled with pain, she doesn't even scream. So filled with pain that her eyes literally roll into the back of her head as she starts spasming. She opens her mouth to scream, but nothing comes out but this faint wheeze as every inch of her being is just filled with nothing but pain and torment.
Roll 1 die for me, Ben.
All right. Seven.
9 and 4. That means, well, in the panic of feeling that bite, you find that your limbs still somehow manage to work, and while he's drinking from you, you spasm, you fight. For just a second, his teeth are dislodged. But only for a second. You don't have enough time to get up off of him, or rather to get him up off of you. The other one over there may or may not even know something is going on now that her friend has started freaking out and jerking all over the place.
Well, actually, for Dominate stay, can she still talk?
He only told her stay.
Okay, so she
She can
can't
say
talk.
whatever she wants as long as she doesn't move.
She subconsciously isn't moving. She doesn't know why, but what's going on?
Does the girl currently being fed from have enough faculties to say anything at this point, or is the pain still too unbearable?
The teeth have been removed, so all you feel are the after effects of the pain. Jacob is biting, but he hasn't sunk back down in yet. He's going to go back in for another bite.
Well,
I have to
then,
roll again to try
with-
for it.
with her last ounce of strength, since she does not have the strength to move, she'll just scream as loud as she can, "Help!" outside to the bouncer, to anyone who's within the club who might not even hear her over the throbbing noise of the nightclub.
Thing one hears her and, oh my god, what are you doing?
Calliope will look over at that too as it's going on, and then kind of just meander her way on over to thing one. Two,
What
or
the fuck?
whichever one's the one that's like screaming and freaking out.
Thing one.
Yep, that's thing one. Screaming, freaking out, but for some reason not moving an inch from where she is.
What the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Why are you here, slut? I mean, what the...
She's gonna look at it, and having been taught Dominate 1 from John already, but not having finished learning it yet, every time she gets a chance to try to, like, practice Dominate, she does. Because she doesn't know what she's doing. She just hasn't picked it up yet. She's been mentored in it, though. So she'll look at her and just stare at her and go, quiet. I mean, I'll go ahead and roll anyway, even though I don't expect it to work, just because I'm trying to train her. That's manipulation and what?
Manipulation and intimidation, right? For command?
Yep, manipulation, intimidation for command.
Got it.
You are practicing.
I
Practicing
suck
is
at
perfect.
this. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah,
Even
you
though
gotta
she's
practice.
practicing at it, she sucks even. This is why I do it like every time I can possibly do it. She just looks at her and says, quiet.
What the fuck? Quiet? What? My friend is in there. What the
Give you one try. Quiet. And she'll look at her and use dread gaze this time. Charisma, intimidation versus your wits and courage.
oh fuck, I don't know. What? Wits probably 1 and courage probably 1, so 2.
Let me see.
She's ditzy. She's
1, 2, because this one cancels out. So 2 successes. She's going to continue in her chair, and this time now she's just going to cower in fear in her chair as this girl in her red dress seems to just grow in front of her.
What the as she gets quieter and starts whimpering, as you said, she's cowering in her chair and is terrified for her life. Out of character, just to make sure, Jacob, you don't need to roll humanity for this, right?
I'm going to double check it right
Okay.
now.
I was
I'm
going
pretty sure
to.
Check what
Yeah.
4 is.
Yeah,
The
check
Humanity
before
5
this, 'cause-
threshold is murder by passionate murder or something like that, and mass property damage, but I have to find what the page
If it's
is.
murder,
so
then you're
give me
good.
just-
You're good.
Oh no,
You're
it's
fine.
yeah, it's like
Because you're not
that-
murdering her. Unless you do murder her in this event, but then, you know.
I might just do
Cause
it.
to increase roll to
Okay,
awaken,
blood.
Toprolink, enlightenment. There we go. Okay.
I'm sorry, out of character. Sorry to whoever's watching. Just making sure.
I know these guys.
She knows us.
This is
We're
indeed
totally
roll.
not doing anything terrible.
So, humanity 4. Let's see. Impassioned violation. Manslaughter. Killing a vessel in frenzy. Manslaughter.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
so you know, I have to actually try to kill her or something. I'm safe.
Exactly. You're good. You're good.
I, however, can be impassioned by the fact that she called me a nasty name and then just take it out on her.
Oh, she's whimpering and calling you a fucking bitch, slut, whatever, in the corner. I mean, not in the corner, in the chair.
Who else is in the room right now?
In the room should be just us four. The bouncer, while not under effect of presence or anything, is like downstairs because the VIP was upstairs, I think is what Jacob described.
Yep. It was upstairs, yes.
The girl already had like 2 taken out of her.
Jacob pulled one. Because it was interrupted by her fighting.
Okay.
This roll up above my head is him using Dominate on her again, in which he yells at her, "Quiet!" And level 5, she's going to be 5 successes, she's going to be so silent she won't even get a peep out.
Oh god. You guys are sick.
Oh, Calliope's going to enjoy this too as he tells her quiet to sit there quietly. She's just going to smile at this girl and lounge herself down on this girl's lap and just slowly start to move her hands in other positions that are going to continue to make this girl uncomfortable while she can't say anything, and just look at her in the eyes the whole time.
If it was thing 1, she's crying, so.
Yeah. Jacob is going to turn back to his own good and proper meal, sink his teeth down again. The dice gods are not kind to him. He has that 1 success on the melee roll. So I drained only 1 drop of blood from her. If you still want to go ahead and roll a dice against the melee, you can, Ben.
I 1 dice?
Because, yep, 1 die.
Yeah, I'd assume that she would.
You're a weak bitch. You only have
wow.
1 strength.
That's 1/8.
Yep. Then he successfully lodges in, gets the drink, but again, you do manage to fight him off because Defender wins. But it seems that he's gotten what he's wanted out of you. He stands up in a movement of cat-like grace, shoots up, licks his lips, smiles. He doesn't say a single word more yet.
Calliope will take the one that he hasn't finished with yet and just kind of give him the eyeball and be like, "Can I finish? Can I take care of this one here?"
He'll look over to Calliope. Don't make too much of a mess. I might want to keep them for a little while.
No. And she'll just sit there and continue like running her fingers up along the rest of this girl's erogenous zones while staring at her, like moving her hands down underneath the sets of her shirt, like completely making her so uncomfortable but yet unable to resist the pleasure of various things, until she just leans in and like runs her tongue along the corners of the rest of the ridge of her ear and just runs figure eights ever so briefly with breath over her neck to prepare the hairs, to watch them tingle before she just sinks her fangs into the side of this girl's neck while moving her hand up her skirt. And we'll take, should I go 1 blood or should I go 2 blood? I can go 2 blood and make her basically like pass out, since she already had 1 out before.
Totally up to you. Have fun with
Yeah,
it.
this bitch
Remember,
called
you
me a
take 2.
whore. I'm gonna make her black out from her booze. So she's gonna go for 2, like kind of monitoring it as this girl goes to like just pull out enough to basically make her so lightheaded that she just passes out. She's gonna suck tomorrow. And as she finishes in the rest of the chair, she's gonna take like the beer glass that she had sitting there and like just set it down next to this girl. And like obviously finish and just lick the rest of the wounds closed. It says, well, she called me a whore. I had to live up to the reputation.
Well, technically they called you a slut too, and well, I'm sure there were a couple other words slewing through their filthy minds at the time.
Jealousy is the bitterest of fiends.
Isn't it just? Nothing worse. And Jacob is going to take a look down at the lady. She would have also passed out, actually, since you're looking at it. Drinking 2 drops of 2 blood pool, she will also pass out.
It's not that from the agony, definitely. That'll do it.
Yeah, because you got 2 separate bites. You got a double whammy of the pain there.
Oh, yeah.
While we're sitting there, Jacob is actually going to take a moment. Hey, Mr. ST, I have a question for you.
Oh man, I hope it's not me. Who's ST?
I mean, you know what I mean, Mr.
I got you.
Telepathy. It won't work on someone who's passed out or asleep, will it?
No.
Okay.
She'll look at the girl on the floor too. You know, they just had the last things that they had changed about. You know, and she'll just look at her and go, oh, bitterest of fiends, but unfortunately, I do it better than you do.
Slut.
You're at the body on the floor.
Jacob is going to drop down onto one knee. He's going to look at the wounds in the girl's neck who he bit until they healed and sealed away properly. He's going to look from one girl to the other, smile up to Calliope. Let's take them to the motel. I'll bring one of mine to give them a convincing cover story.
No, this girl's just passed out drunk. Bitch got drunk.
Calliope. She saw. We will make sure that their memories are jumbled at best, and if worse, we will conveniently and properly deal with them.
She
we
looks
will
like
not leave them
she's
here.
probably like 100 pounds of a waif, if that, and already being strength too. She can, you know, be like.
Jacob is going to do likewise with his own little burden. He too has strength too, so he'll slide the girl over his shoulder. That way that you're carrying someone who is totally and completely passed out and you're really trying not too hard to put in the effort. Well, the only difficulty is going past the bouncer, yet again. As they make their way out, oh, it's been half hour, an hour, and there are drinks in there, so... With Jacob's enchanting voice in play, he'll look to the bouncer and give one of those depressed, disappointed sighs. And these bitches were so down in their glasses that by the time I actually got to have some fun, they passed right the fuck out. I'll take them over to wherever they said their friends are, like down on 18th Street or some shit.
Man, I fucking hate it when that happens. Yo, bro, do you, right? Stay black. And then he does a dap.
He's going to fist bump him. He's going to do the whole thing. Jacob knows it from start to finish.
Nice.
And then...
Actually, roll me streetwise. Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it?
Oh, all right.
Let's bring up the mood of this dark fucking.
Is that intelligent streetwise or wit streetwise?
Wit streetwise, because it's
for sure.
You gotta dap up, man. You gotta dap up. Quick.
Oh, fine. Then. Deprive me of my one little extra die. That's fine. Bam! There it is.
Oh, he does know it. Complete success. You got it, man. You got it.
And he guides Calliope on out. They make their way to a
She
motel that
like a frustrated friend that's carrying out the other dead bitch. She looks so upset about this.
Damn, editor. Damn.
Jacob takes him down to the motel. This is when he's used for this on several occasions, and he has eyes of at least one person there who, well, let's just say between money and blood, you can have people being at least a little convincingly subservient. Once the two girls are dumped off in a room, Jacob drops $100 flat on the table for the night of the room. Tells the woman to keep the change, because hey, why not? And after they head on out, Calliope will see him pulling out his phone, making a brief call, and having his girl Sarah come over to check in on them before she goes to school in the morning. And then he'll walk on over, wrap his arm around Calliope's waist, carrying that high buzz of successful hunting as they head towards the One-Eyed Dog bookstore. I think this was a pretty fun night, don't you?
Well, I suppose it's better to not just kill them. Although I don't know how far they would have gotten in life anyway.
Even if they're scum, we let the fools purge themselves. If we go around doing it, it's just more hassle for us in the end. Why should we take on the karma of their moral failings?
I shall seem to be content with that answer.
And they'll make their way on over to the One-Eyed Dog bookstore. And watching the oddly jovial pair head down the alleyway, this scene will end.